It's only 93 days until Christmas, a season of fun, laughter and high excitement for many. I'm going to share a story about a family and their Christmas celebrations. With only a few days to go, the white tinsel Christmas tree covered in multicoloured lights sits in pride of place in the living room. The hamper's been ordered from the milkman. The stocking presents are wrapped and hidden in the bottom of the wardrobe, and the meat is ready to be collected from the butchers. The children have broken up from school and nursery and are excitedly counting down the number of sleeps until Father Christmas arrives. Just how he's going to get into the house in the absence of a chimney is the prime topic of conversation around the tea table. More worryingly, though, for Mum, is the constant pain, muscle fatigue, leg spasms, and double vision that seems to be getting worse each day. A home visit from the consultant deems a hospital admission necessary, a place they know well, the local neurology ward. Living as a single parent with 4 small children and no family support, a call to social services ensues, and the children are taken into emergency foster care. Finding a placement for 4 young children was always going to be a challenge, so 2 are placed locally and 2 further afield. This family are being fragmented just before Christmas. Mum arrives at the hospital and is devastated to be leaving her children, especially at this time. She's also worried that her condition is deteriorating and she doesn't quite know how many more Christmases they'll be able to cherish together. The familiar face of the ward sister greets Mum as she enters the ward. She asks how she is feeling, how the girls are, and what the plans are for Christmas Day. Mum shares that she's feeling sad, but hopes to see the girls, but that will really just depend upon the previous commitments of the 2 sets of foster carers. The ward sister is troubled by this turn of events and the separation of this family unit. She starts discussions with the local authority and trusts senior managers to see if there's anything they can do to support this family to be together. I don't quite know what those conversations entailed, but I can imagine they weren't well received. I imagine it was pointed out that an adult neurology ward is not the right place for healthy young children, and that their presence would present all sorts of unspecified health and safety issues. Thank goodness safeguarding policies hadn't been invented then. And with staffing levels at a minimum, it really wasn't the right place for excited young children to be running around. Sadly, it seemed Mum would only see the children for a few hours on Christmas Day. But it's never too late for a Christmas miracle. And when I say miracle, I don't mean it happened by chance. The miracle happened due to the never-ending tenacity of that neurology ward sister. She had managed to ring-fence a 4-bedded bay. The girls could sleep by their mum's side on Christmas Eve. The look of joy on Mum's face as the girls snuggled down to wait for Father Christmas was matched by the children when they woke on Christmas Day to a pillowcase of gifts at the foot of the hospital bed with their mum watching on. The actions of that nurse were phenomenal. A brilliant Christmas and precious memories made for the children who ultimately lost their mum only a few years later. How do I know this? I was one of those lucky children that night. That nurse sowed a seed that bore fruit years later. I wholly believe one of the reasons I trained to be a nurse was due to that wonderful nurse. I am now Deputy Divisional Director for Nursing and Quality at a local NHS trust. And my little sister, who was also there that night, is now a lead multiple pregnancy midwife. I think if my mum was still around, she'd be really proud. that my sister and I have ended up in caring professions. I continue to be proud to work in a profession where there are many people like that neurology ward sister that make a real difference to patients and their families every day. So as current and future healthcare leaders, I urge you, when the workload is great, bureaucracy seems endless, and resources are small, to remember that those acts of kindness that arise from connecting on a human level make a huge difference to patients and their families every day. Thank you.